All right, so I've got it planned out to put the bed on it today. JC's gonna help me. I got it unbolted over to his place, and he's gonna bring it over. We're gonna set it down on this. I gotta cut off a little bit on the back there. Other than that, we should be able to just lift it up with the wrecker, pull his out, slide this one in, and might have an issue with a few of the brackets because don't know where cross members are at, if they're gonna hit any bolts or anything like that. But hopefully today we'll at least have somewhat of a bed sitting on it. All right, so we brought the truck over. I gotta get him positioned here to pull this off. This is the bed right here. It's going on my truck. Windy out here, so sorry if that's putting some noise into the mic, but I had to take off the hydraulic tank, an actuator for it, pump, a couple of the pump boxes. I mean, just whatever I think underneath I'm gonna need to do. So that way I can get up on back. I'm gonna cut that off right there. That should be perfect to set it right down on there. Wow, was not expecting this. I had to, got the old one off, and it turned into craziness. And I had to leave to do some family photos. And when I came back, it was on. He must have stayed right after I left or came back and sat down on me. So now I have to do the back of this Dove here so he can scoot it up more. He was nice enough to set it up on blocks for me so I can do that. So cut it and bring it forward. But what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this whole bed forward, and right there I'm gonna cut, notch, and bend that down so it matches this tail here. But this tail is pretty steep here, so this whole tail may go, like I may cut it off, and I'm probably gonna run down. It's cold out here, so I'm probably gonna run down to scrapyard here. But what I'm gonna do is we're gonna probably chop this off, push this bed forward so that I can take this right here. I'll bend it down, probably do exactly what his other truck was. His truck was 20-foot deck. This is 22 foot, I believe, with a 4-foot dovetail. So we're gonna make it 22 foot with a 7-foot dovetail, so we can have, at 15 degrees, I believe is what his was, to have 6-foot ramps. Hopefully that's the whole plan. This should be the same height as his other truck, everything. I mean, it looked exactly the same, but this isn't meant for anything strong. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tear it apart here. I mean, it's gonna be easy. Cut it right there, cut it right there, cut it right here, and we're gonna redo this whole. Then we're gonna push this forward, set this section down, and then we're probably gonna have to move this cross member, move it. Well, actually, I probably have to pick it up and just set it in between the axles. And if I gotta take the tires off to bolt it, I will. But that would not give me, because this thing, I don't know how well you guys can see it. It's massive. It's probably 9 foot, I believe is what it's supposed to be. I don't want a 9-foot ramp. So, yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. We'll just move it up a little bit, probably about another 2 feet, 3 feet. Should bring this back to this bed, almost to that rear hanger. And then once we take this off, move it forward, I'll take that, pie cut it, bring it down to match the new, and we'll just build from there. And then we'll take these ramps and we'll build the, I think I want to keep the hydraulic dovetail, but I want to do a different design. They're going to be shorter, probably going to be a smaller ram so it doesn't look so ugly, and I still have that hydraulic ramps. I've got everything here to do it, so let's measure some stuff out, and let's go down scrapyard and see if we can find anything. And also, when I cut it there, we're going to cut it here. That'll allow me to use the whole back panel of this, so I can still retain all this, but this will be changed. I'll take everything out of here and probably make cross members and just stiffen this back end up pretty well, because it does not have a hitch and I want to add one. So let's get to it. All right, so I'm here at the local scrapyard, and I've searched for a while. Them might be long enough to do for the cross members. That's what's underneath it now. Well, C-channel, but them square tube, and that would work. All they have is 4-inch stuff and 6-inch. From what I'm being told, the 5-inch was really only used from like manufacturing trailers and stuff. So that's not gonna work for me at all. They have a whole rack of 4-inch channel there, which I might pick up some for the braces underneath, because you want that dovetail to be as strong as you can. So 4-inch is not gonna hurt it. But I don't see any 6-inch. I've been here for about an hour looking. So I'm gonna put it down as no good. Some landing gear right there. Thought about it might be too big for stabilizing the back of that thing. So what we're gonna do is probably just get it off today, get it prepped. Monday I will call. We'll get it prepped, get it scooted forward, sat down on the frame it's supposed to be in, and then what I can do is Monday, it's Friday right now, or Saturday, call to our local scrapyard, see if I can get, because I only need, what, you set 8 feet, well, 18, 16 feet, so I guess what I'll do is just call Monday. I guarantee I'm not gonna be able to get all that apart today in the first place, so we will get back here and see if I can get it done. At least get it apart. All right, so we're back here. So what we're gonna do now is this 32 inches from up here at the front of the bed to the cab. So what I'm gonna do is right here, 32 inches, and it brings you about right here. So, and I take this tail off, I'm gonna bring it up as far as I want, and probably right there is where I'm going to cut and bend this section down. Once I bend it down, then I can find the angle, cut that, and that's where my hitch plate will start. Of course, it's gonna be down back farther, but I guess only one way to find out is to start doing it. Because I need to get it up 32 inches. And yes, I could technically take it and bring it all the way forward and put this channel back there. Well, where looks like I'm pointing higher than on camera. But it's not gonna work for me because that's a steep angle. I'm not gonna be able to get a car right there and then cover that right there. It's not gonna work. So I want it, low as I can get it. So that is what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna just start chopping off this butt end. This butt end is heavy. I mean, just heavy. So we get started now. I gotta figure out how to get that, maybe because that's hydraulic, so I don't even know. It's not gonna come down easy. It's not gonna come back, so that's good. I guess it's just gonna I'll put a tire down so it bounces on the tire. Probably what I'll do is take them hydraulic lines, put them in a bucket, so when that thing comes down, it sprays in that bucket and not all over me. So let's give that a try. I want to keep this back in play. I like the way this is set up here. The ram's too much, so I'll downsize this ram to a small one, and because this ain't gonna be so high. I mean, this thing's high. I mean, probably the max this thing's gonna be, 6 feet. It's not gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's probably gonna be like right there at that rib. So Only one way to do it is to get at it, and like they say, project ain't gonna finish itself if you're sitting on the couch. Let's do it. Well, I got it down. I popped them loose and just pushed it. Had a tire, so it landed on the tire. But that's a steep angle. So we're gonna bring that up more and farther out. So it should be, I'll assume out to here. But I'm gonna get these ramps or get that ram off. Get this ramps off. Looks like it just unbolts here. Try to get them off. I don't really have any equipment. They're gonna be heavy. They're tied together. We'll figure it out. Go as we go. Alright, got the ram off. Now I gotta get these bolts. I tried to do this one. They're just not coming off. I think they're nylon. And I can't get anything to the end of that one. So I'm just gonna cut them. Torch them right off so I can hit them out with the punch. And just let this thing fall. Well, it ain't gonna fall, it'll be stuck on that thing over there, that mount for the ram. But once I do that, this is loose. And I can start cutting. Get this off. Once I get that off, then I might cut this loose first. And then take that. That way it just comes down. And then I can just, once Monday, get a new, I can pick this up, get it moved forward more, set where exactly where I want it. Cut that dove in the frame, and then I can just build this out. That way if I need more frame, if I need to do some frame modifications, I can as I'm building this dove. This truck's gonna turn out good, and I'm okay with that. I mean, if it's got a C7, and like I said many times, it's not the engine to go, but I found one that has low mileage on it, so I'm gonna buy it and set it back. It's cheap. I mean, cheap. I heard it run. It's got low hours on it. It's got 92,000 miles and 38, I think, 100 hours. So I'm gonna buy it, set it back, and just have it. If I do come across one of these trucks in the junkyard or on auction that has a Cummins in it, I will try to buy it. Or see if I can, scrounge up a 3126. But as long as I got an engine sitting back, yes, where I'm at, tow bail could be high. I'll figure that out when it comes to that time. But right now it runs, it drives. I gotta do the air governor still, but it will let me do what I need to do. So let's get these torched off. All right, so with about an hour of work, torches, quarter power, I was able to get it off. This pin over here just would not come out. I mean, it was. So, got this off. Now what I'm gonna do is get all these deck boards off, and I'm just gonna chop these two ramps in pieces. Lengthwise, separate them. Get rid of that center. That way when I go to do this dove, I'm gonna use this, and then I can cut it where I need it. So there we are. Now what I'm gonna do is cut this back off. I'll unhook the wire and cut this back off. And we'll just keep going up. And then right there, I'll take the saw, my cutting wheel, and go right in here. I don't know how far they got this bar welded over. If it's on the top, bottom, I don't know. But so far, they're getting there. It's gonna look good. All right, so I got all the deck boards off here. What I'm gonna do is take the torch, cut off there, over there, right there, and right there. and separate these two ramps. That way it's easy to move, and that's how I want to do it. I want to do 2 ramps on this only, and then probably what I do is have 2 cylinders, one for each side. That way they both come down or they both come up. So that I like that idea. So let's get to it. Let's start cutting some of this off. All right, got them separated here, so it's all loose. Now I can move the ramps one by one and put them back up on there, one on one. Just don't want 9-foot ramps. So next, probably take all the deck boards off of this if we can get them off, and start chopping, start cutting. I might have to go. Hopefully my other tank has got some in it. If it's starting to run out a little bit. So yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna get these moved out of the way so they're not in my way, and we'll keep cutting. All right, so I got all the ramps stacked over. Them things are, whew, they're heavy. I had to have the miss help me do it. So we're getting there. Next is to lop off this back end here. Get that down. Well, I'm gonna take the lights out, and then I'll probably do deck boards next. Lop off the back. That way I have it. It's got everything on there. I mean, I'm ready. All I gotta do is weld it back on. That C channel is gonna be no good. And then I'm probably gonna take it and lop it straight down right here. Straight line. That way I have perfectly good something to start with. I gotta figure that out. Get my angle. Sorry for sun. But this is gonna work perfect. I'll keep this. This will be gone, and then we'll throw a trailer hitch up underneath it. So we are getting there. All right, so all the wood's off of the Dovetail here. Now I can get in here, see what I'm working with. These would be a little bit, they don't look like they welded that bar. Oh yeah, a little bit right there. I'll torch them little stitches out. It looks like it doesn't go all the way through, so I should be able to just cut right there and it should fall right off. So I'm gonna get all these tail lights out. Guess that's one way of doing it. I just took the torch, cut behind it. I can't get to everything. I gotta disassemble it right here. So now it's just a flatbed. I made my marks of where I want to do it at, but that gives me a lot better. Let me get this down off there now. Gives me a lot better. There we go. A lot better place to be able to do it now. So I guess I'm out of breath, man. Woo. Now I can get this thing, once I do that, I can get it scooted forward, so that helps out a lot. But we'll just keep going on this project. We're getting there. All right, now since I got this pulled away from it, I will get this up on blocks and I'll cut off that rear end. But that's what I'm left with right now. So now I've already cut all these holding this bar on. I cut through here. Now I'm just gonna cut down. Now this is more than I need. The weld's gonna be back here, but I wanted to make sure that there's enough there that I can get to. It looks like I can cut right there. And when I cut this down, hopefully, it should just come off as one piece, and then I'll be able to cut them. And then Monday will come around, and I'll go down to our local yard, pick up 8 feet of 5-inch, and then should be able to use those, most of those there, but I'm going to need more. So I've had about 100 feet of 3-inch, and then about 16 feet of 5-inch. And then I'll probably go get some, I gotta see if they have any. They have 6 and 8-inch over there at the place. And I might be able to extend this out a little bit more because I like to tow with this thing. So as I'm building this Dove, I want to make sure I can integrate towing. At least, 20,000 pounds at least on the back. And I mean, I've never towed that much, but that's, overrated is what I want. So let's continue. I'll get all this stuff off, and these I'll do another day because I don't think I'm gonna have time. Sun's starting to set. So yeah, I guess I'll just keep cutting, and hopefully I can get this knocked off where it's prepared to, this thing can be lifted up, pushed forward, set where it needs to be, and make me feel a lot better. All right, so I've got these are all cut perfectly. Just a little trimming up, nothing killer. On both sides. That one just same at the below bottom, because when it was so heavy that it just popped off. So I'm not too worried about that. I'll clean all this up because, like I said, this probably gonna need to get cut here anyway. So I'm not too worried about that. I still got these to do in the center, and then pull off that back. So we're gonna make them good. And then what I'll do is, if I can't get some help, I'll probably just get some center blocks I have, jack up, set it on center all around so I can back this truck up farther. It does look like JC mentioned, he said he couldn't go too much farther because of the box. So that one, I don't know if I want to move this box, just due to the fact that I don't want to change the wiring or the power wire. So probably what I'll do is cut that one off right there and just move it back. So instead of it being right here, it'll be like right here. So if here be so foot back, it ain't gonna hurt. And then I'll probably add one more brace per one. But yeah. And then this winch, this is gonna get removed out of here so that this one's messed up, broken, 9.5. So probably what I'll do once I take this out, I don't know if JC was telling me about anything maybe I could make so this can come up out or drop back in when not needed, because I do want to build a bulkhead here to protect the cab. Other than that, I'm happy with it. Yeah, it should be pretty good. So all right, well, that'd probably be it for this one. I appreciate it, and thank you for watching.